And a huge thank you to Stephen Merchant for joining us on Smiley Times before the break there. Moving on to our next segment, Smiley Times Sports. Skinsey, what have we got in store for today?
Oh, we've got an absolute treat for the listeners here. We've got the English recruit from Chelmsford. Is that right, Adil?
That's right.
We've got Adil Humayan, who, following on from a swashbuckling 40 against Hawthorn Monash, scored another brilliant innings of 64 against Footscray. Welcome.
Thank you, Skinsey. Thank you, folks.
Adil, coming across from the UK, how are you finding muck so far this season?
Oh, it's been a real journey for me. I've had some highs and lows, but predominantly highs. I'd say all of the lads have been absolutely brilliant in introducing me to the club, and I'm really enjoying myself going into the Christmas break and hoping to kick on afterwards.
And as an unbiased observer, how would you rate the Australian women, or do you prefer the internationals that swing past the hostel?
Yeah, some of you might know I've been living in a fairly international hostel for the last few months. So yeah, to be honest with you, the only Australian women I've come across have been on nights out with Judy Gore. But no, they've been. I don't know what to say really. I mean, you come across international women all the time, and they're always quite receptive to the sort of English accent. But yeah, I suppose you could say the same about Australian girls as well. So yeah.
Speaking of Judy Gore, I noticed he experienced a pretty substantial injury to his hand. Is that got any relation to the girls that you were chasing on this said night?
Oh, I mean, as much. Yeah, I mean, it's probably makes for a more entertaining story than what actually happened. But yeah, feel for the bloke because he's had to go back to Sydney as a result, and his season looks like it's over, which means that our antics have come to a premature end as well. So yeah.
Oh, you can always Skype him if you're missing him, Adil. So, Skinsey, you got a question for Adil?
On the program, we're all about smiles here on Smiley Times, and in the teams that you've played in so far, rising up through the ranks from the fifths to the fourths, have you played a game in the thirds? Yeah. And playing in the thirds, you would have played with a few excellent-looking muckers. Can you pick your favourite and maybe give us a rating?
Good-looking blokes.
Smiles. We're all about the smiles.
We're all about smiles. So are we rating the smile here, or just the bloke in general?
Rate the bloke in general. We're after the smiles, mate.
Oh, I'd hate to go for something that's probably been said a few times, but yeah, Luke Reed's got a pretty decent smile on him. I mean, I've only played a couple of games with the bloke, but yeah, he's a decent chap.
Out of 10?
8.4.
Yeah, it's a good smile.
I mean, I believe in something called the Viney bell curve, which was coined by our very own Matt Vine. I don't know if you know about the Viney bell curve.
Explain it to the listeners.
Oh, it's a very interesting concept. It's basically a bell curve. It means that you get very few awful-looking girls and very few really good-looking girls, and the vast majority of the population falls, just into the middle, probably between a 4 and a 7, I would say. So yeah, I mean, he's notoriously harsh with his rating. I'm rambling on a bit here about the Viney bell curve, but
And so, would you put male smiles in the same category? Is there a vast majority in 4 to 7? So, do you think that do you think that Reedy's smile is actually beyond 2 standard deviations of the mean?
I mean, I wouldn't want to go into Reedy's smile too much longer than I have done right now. It may be perceived in the wrong way. I know he's going off to Frankston. I probably won't see him again, but yeah, don't want to make it too awkward.
Okay, the producer's knocking on the window here in the studio at Smiley Times, so we might wrap things up for tonight. Again, thanks for joining us on the show, Adil, all the way from Chelmsford in the UK. It's an honour to have you at the club.
Don't worry, be happy.
Hope you're enjoying your time. from Cheltenham in the UK. It's an honour to have you at the club. Hope you're enjoying your time.